whole world is in chess. Any move can be the death of you. Do anything except remain where you started, and you cannot be sure of your end. Were you sure of your end once?
I was.
What was it?
To be buried 100 yards from where I was born.
Akira.
And now?
Now I sit in Jerusalem and look upon a king.
When I was 16, I won a great victory. I felt in that moment I would live to be 100. Now I know I shall not see 30. None of us know our end, really, or what hand will guide us there. A king may move a man. A father may claim a son. That man can also move himself. And only then does that man truly begin his own game. Man can move himself. And only then does that man truly begin his own game.
Man can move himself. Only then does man begin his own game. Man can move himself. Only then does man truly begin his own game. Man can move himself. Only then does man begin his own game. Man can move himself. Only then does man truly begin his own game.
Remember that howsoever you are played, or by whom, your soul is in your keeping alone. Even though those who presume to play you be kings or men of power. When you stand before God, you cannot say, but I was told by others to do thus, or that virtue was not convenient at the time. This will not suffice.
Yo! Make some noise!
Remember that. Remember that. Remember that.
Hey.
Man can move himself. Only then does man begin his own game. Man can move himself. Only then does man truly begin his own game. Man can move himself. Only then does man begin his own game. Man can move himself. Only then does man truly begin his own game.
Bien, 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 bien.
Only then does man truly begin his own game.
Well, well, well. How are we doing, brothers and sisters? This is Akira the Don, live in stereo. I called the last stream, which was like ages ago, in stereo. And there was a reason for that, and then I forgot to even mention it during the broadcast. So I will mention it now. The reason the last one was called in stereo is because basically since I've got to Mexico in like 2021 and got here with, you know, a couple of things in a bag, and then, you know, after a little while discovered we couldn't get back to the USA. So I'd start kind of like reacquiring everything I needed to do stuff. So for live streaming, I got a sound card that was supposedly good for certain stuff. I eventually worked out, basically like 4 months ago or something, that it had been broadcasting in mono the whole time. That it actually could not broadcast in stereo. So every live stream since basically I got to Mexico has been in mono! Can you believe it? Nobody noticed, I guess. But anyway, now we're in stereo. Stereo! We're in stereo. I don't know how to prove that to you. I should have thought about that. Oh, here's an idea. I might have some delay effects that work in stereo, something like that. Ah, there you go. Is that moving from ear to ear? It might not be. Anyway, eagle-eared members of the audience might now realize that the music sounds better than it did. We are in stereo. Can you believe it? Anyway, thank you for your patience, those of you who were locked in at the announced time, which it is not. Charlotte and Hercules have flown away, and I thought they were flying earlier, but they were not, so I had to push it back. And then the usual thing, haven't streamed for a few months, so like nothing worked that worked before, despite me not having touched anything. I haven't touched nothing. But of course it all exploded. Only one of the cameras is working. One of the lights wasn't working, but it is now. The microphone works. How does everything sound? How are the levels? Are my explosions working? I don't know. Anyway. We are here. Very exciting. It's December. December 2025. I don't know where all the time went. I don't know where the year went. But that's what happened. Big shout out to everyone locked in. Alex. What's up, Alex? Shouts out to you. Just joined at level 4. Mighty. That means you're going to get a shout out in the next video. How about that? I have to read from somewhere else because I can't see. I've got some issue, like my eyes have stopped working. How about that? Like, I can't find my phone. We'll be cooking with fire in a minute, don't you worry about it. Anyway, while I look for... Where the hell did I put that? Alright, never mind. Maybe I can do it this way. Anyway, how are you guys? What's going on with you? We have an action-packed show today. I've got loads of music to play. I might even play some new music that you haven't heard yet. In fact, I probably will. It's probably what's going to happen. See, the thing is, since the last time we streamed, I have completed not 1, not 2, not even 3, but 4 albums. Four albums have been completed since last we spoke. That's how hard I've been working. I've been working very hard. I've been literally, I don't know why, but every single one of those albums involved me staying up, working with James in Australia, who I work with on the final beautification of the recordings. And each one of these records involved me staying up until it had gotten light. I stepped out of Dunn Studios on each occasion, entirely delirious, gibbering, wide-eyed, confused, the cockerel crowing, the sun blazing. Each occasion. Each of those records has been completed in that fashion. Absolutely insane. Nahanir 7 says, I won't make the live show. Love to all in the Meaningwave Autonomous Zone. That was nice. Lefty Lucid says, I know it's early, but happy Christmas to everyone here. It's not early. We're right on time. Black Box in 89. And thank you for the $20. That's very nice of you. John McGarvey, member for 51 months, is in the house and gives us a one of them. Mute Barbecue's in the house. 50 months of Mute Barbecue says it's Meaningwave time in Meaningtown. Merry Christmas. How are you enjoying the new album, the new Christmas album? The biggest, most extensive Christmas album in a while. 20 tracks, I think it was. And it was completed, I believe, at 8 o'clock in the morning, the week before it came out. Sadrataj, thank you for the $5. Says, good to see you again, mate. Good to see you. Good to see all of you. Let me put my chat on so I can see everybody. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Make some noise. How you're doing? What is up? If you're locked in live, stick this in the group chat. I can't remember if I put it in the Discord. Put it in the Discord. Put it somewhere. Let the people know we're in the house. It's a beautiful day to be live here at the peak of beautiful days to be alive. Long live MEANINGWAVE! Exactly, someone just said. And that was the right thing to say, because it was true. MEANINGWAVE Masterpiece 6 is out now. That's got 20 tracks, which leads me to think that maybe I was wrong about the number of songs on the Christmas album, but I know it's a lot. It's a many.
Akira.
This is how the new one starts. Today. Yeah. Desiderata. Hey.
Go placidly amidst the noise and the haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence, as far as possible, without surrender. Be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly. And listen to others,
Even to the dull and ignorant.
They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive
Person.
They are vexatious to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become a little bitter. For always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself. Desiderata. 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 Desiderata.
Hey.
Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your career, however humble. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. Especially do not feign affection, neither be cynical about love. For in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is as perennial as the grass.
Go!
Desiderata. Desiderata.
How's that stereo?
Desiderata. Desiderata. Desiderata.
Hey!
Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune. But do not distress yourself with dark imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here, and whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore be at peace with God, whatever you conceive him to be, and whatever your labors and aspirations in the noisy confusion of life. Keep peace in your soul.
Hey. All is sham, drudgery and broken dreams. It's still a beautiful world. Be cheerful, strive to be happy. With all of the sham, drudgery and broken dreams. It's still a beautiful world. Be cheerful, strive to be happy. Go! Blue Llama just gave 5 subs to the chat. That was lovely. Of you, what a guy. Yeah. Yeah. Da 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 da. Hey. Hey. Desiderata. Desiderata. That one there is one of them songs where I adapted the words from a poem. In this case, Max Ehrmann's 1927 poem of the same name. It is the same name, Desiderata. Everybody loves that. And you should have seen that coming when I dropped this like 2 weeks before.
Although the science says
Yeah.
that your happiness is not that affected by your environment, that's not true. Your happiness is totally affected by your environment.
Hey. Be cheerful.
If your environment is a loving family, you don't think that you'd be a little bit happier than if you were sitting all alone in your little apartment, like some of you are? I think it's absurd to imagine that changing your situation won't make you happier. You don't think that going from poor, where you're panicked about eating, to well off, you don't think that that would make you happier? Because you didn't have to worry about starving? Of course it would. I guarantee it would make you happier. So yeah, fix your physical exposure, meaning go outside, make sure that you're around some beauty and that you're not looking at depressing gray things. I would even change my commute if it took a few minutes to go through a more attractive place. If you're gonna look at it every day, it's better to expose yourself to the attractive route than the fast industrial route.
It's Bow, bow. Whoa! Beautiful World with Scott Adams from the forthcoming album. Almost anything could happen today. Almost anything could happen today. That's coming out on December the 19th, just in time for Christmas. A single will be coming out this week from that. I might play it later. It's great. Wow. Are you kidding me or what? I've been looking. I don't know if you're like, what's he doing? Why does he keep turning the camera off? And why does he keep looking around? I was looking for my phone, and I need to have my phone just in case there's some issues with my wife at the airport and that sort of thing. And I've been looking everywhere for this bloody phone, and I was just like glanced at the bin. This is a bin. This isn't actually a popcorn bucket. It's a popcorn bucket. It just looks like one. Here's the phone. The phone was in the bin. How did it get in the bin? Why didn't any of you tell me? Did anyone see the phone jump in the bin? I guess you wouldn't have, because there's not enough width on the camera. This is something we're going to have to sort out in the future. Yo! Now we're cooking with gas. Now I can check if everything's okay with the wife. I think everything's okay. She seems to have sent me lots of messages. Oh, the boy is looking fly. Look at that. Nice picture of the boy there looking fly. Boy is looking so fly. Since I last spoke to you, the boy is taller than me. News flash. Since I last spoke to you, little Hercules, my son, who lots of you will have seen over the years, being small, being a small child, is now taller than me. We was in the gym, and he looks at me like this, and he walks up to me. A little smile on his face as he realized that his eye line was just above mine. So that worked out. Operation Break the Vicious Cycle. And have Nephilim boy. Had Nephilim boy. You go if you want a tall kid, you got to get yourself a lady who is not smaller than you, right? Who's at least the same, if not taller than you, and that way you can increase the length of your spawn. And if they keep doing that, right, within a couple generations, you can have a Nephilim. To be honest, I think Hercules might already be Nephilim. He's 12, right? He's 12. He's already taller than me. So that's all very exciting. Joy to the future. Dewey Vid says, Herc is all grown up. Do you know, he's 12. So I suppose he's technically old enough to go fight in a war or something if this was any point in human history other than this week. He did make his first movie this week. We watched a bunch of horror movies over Christmas that he's been wanting to watch for years. And I was like, all right, you can watch them. We watched them together, me and him. Not his mum. She didn't want to watch them. She's scared. And he was so inspired and so excited. He made his own movie this week. And he shot everything himself, and he played all the characters, and he did all the special effects, and covered the house in red food coloring and what have you. And he showed it us, and I was like taken aback initially. I was initially taken aback because it was so good, like so actually genuinely good. You know, you always love what your kids, you're proud of your kids and stuff, right? But like, it was like genuinely good. It, like just thinking about it brings a little tears to my eye. It was like so good. It's such a beautiful thing to see. You know, someone that you knew as a tiny little thing that couldn't hold their head up make a movie at age 12. Incredible. Anyway, so very proud of the boy. How are you guys anyway? I think we need to do an international high five to forge our forces together in the old school manner. How about that? Do me a favor, let me know where you are and how you've been since I last saw you, or how you're doing, all that. One word is fine. Let me know. XC Runner 1000 says, I remember when you did a birthday stream with him. Wow. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know, he wants to do some gaming streams, so we might do that. Like I said, I've just been balls to the wall getting this music done. So there's been no streams or nothing, and I've been, you know, just going so unbelievably hard. I think we all nearly went insane. But the last one was finished this week. It was Monday morning, I do believe. The cock was crowing and the day was dawning and the sun was pouring through the windows. It was 8 a.m. or something like that. And I finished the record that I have been working on for actually a year, I realized. It was this time last year that Mark Watts, son of Alan, sent me a recording and said, I wonder what you would do with this. We'd been talking about like what we might do for the next Alan Watts record. And he sent me this thing, and I went for a walk down to the beach and listened to it, and had a wonderful time and a wonderful experience. And I had a vision. This happens when it's most pure. I had a vision of what it sounded like. And I've literally spent since that time chipping away at this thing. I like very, very quickly sketched out the rough of it, and I could hear it in my mind. But this is the most time I've spent on a record, maybe since my first album or something, or second album, since 2005 maybe, or 2008. I've not allowed myself this much time. Now, obviously, during this time, I made a bunch of other records, but I've been working away on this one, lovingly, chipping away at the marble, to reveal the David underneath, which is the David I saw in my mind on the beach a year ago, and it's done. It is now done, and you'll be hearing it in January. You'll be hearing the first single at the very beginning of 2026. The first single's coming out on January, I believe it's 2nd is the Friday, so you'll technically be hearing it on the 1st, which is the Thursday, which is a perfect way to start the year with an incredible, beautiful, powerful record. I was quite nervous when I sent it to Mark, obviously. It's always crazy sending Mark things because that's his dad. You know what I mean? And it's not just that it's his dad. He recorded all those recordings. He used to follow his dad around with a little cassette recorder. That's part of why you've got so many recordings of Alan Watts, is because his son, he had a wonderful relationship with his son, like I do with mine, and he followed him around and recorded him, and a lot of that was his idea to do so. And that's part of why we have all these amazing recordings of Alan Watts. So anyway, if I'm doing anything with his father's voice, it's always very, that's quite, that's an incredible thing to be doing. And he knows that stuff so well. So if it was in any way wrong or whack or disrespectful or incongruent, he would say as well. He would say if that was the case. Now, why is the music something different? There you go, it's better. Okay. Anyway, what's cracking? Where is everybody at? Let's see. We've got Bushido Pirate Crew good in New Hampshire. We've got Cindy Bailey says, I'm 5 foot, my oldest is 6 foot. Yeah, well, you're a lady. That's to be expected. Bad Buddha, PMQ Australia, feeling groovy. Let's go. XC Runner 1000, blessed baby girl born 2 months ago. What? Bien! Slongverjadai, as they say in Wales. Congratulations. Felici Pinche Dades. Shecky in Coyote Hills is steady. Scoops 82 Metro East, tired because I have family taking refuge in my home from calamity. Tired but good. What's with all these calamities? Good for you. That's what you should do. Congratulations. Lefty Lucid. Korea, sleepy. Amanda Dances 1983, Kansas City Metro, feeling G-O-O-D. Good. Well, shouts out to you, Amanda Dances. Amanda Dances was very happy that Desiderata existed because she loves that poem. Love is Syria, Crossville, Tennessee. Bought the house I was living in this summer. Had an otter visit my pond last week. So, giddy. Oh, congratulations. You just like Tony Soprano. Did you get very, very sad when it left? Or, did it stay? Pond visitors are sacred. Tahani, Nashville, Tennessee. I have been struggling, but it's a new day. We out here. I'm sorry to hear you've been struggling. How is Baby Wave? Chad, Ottawa, Canada, leveling up and lucky in love. Life is great. Congratulations. Free Consciousness, Las Vegas, blessed. That one's for Shecky. Exactly. I've got to be careful here. When I touch this laptop to see your messages, it makes the sounds go weird. We're going to have to sort out a much better situation for this sort of thing. Tahani. Looking for land in Crossville. Hey, is Crossville good? Tell me about Crossville. What's it like? What happens in Crossville? Sounds good. Machionas, live free or die, brother. Let's connect. Exactly that. Merry Christmas, Maz. Says Vintage Beast Dub Club in his house. Good to see you, Fambo. Fuck it. We're going to do an international high five, then I'm going to play you the new Scott Adams record, which is coming out on Friday. Why? Because you're great. 3, 2, 1.
This is the hypnotist reframe. If you're not a hypnotist, you probably go through life thinking that people are rational, and 90% of the time. 90% of the time they're just rational, but 10% of the time they get crazy. Everybody, me, you, everybody. The hypnotist reframe is that people are only rational 10% of the time.
If that.
People are only rational 10% of the time.
If that.
If that. People are only rational 10% of the time.
If that.
If that. People are only rational 10% of the time. If that.
If that.
People are only rational 10% of the time.
If that.
If that.
No.
Once you realize that people are irrational pretty much all the time, and that they rationalize what they did, they don't think it through. They explain it later. And sometimes that sounds dumb to other people. It's like one of the reframes that doesn't seem like a big deal. I tell you, once you realize that nobody ever, 90% of the time, once you realize that they're irrational 90% of the time, then that tells you how to deal with situations. People are only rational 10% of the time. If that. If that. People are only rational 10% of the time. If that. If that. People are only rational 10% of the time. If that. If that. People are only rational 10% of the time.
If that.
If that. If you thought people were rational 90% of the time, you would try to change their minds with reason and data. Have you ever tried that? It doesn't work at all, does it? Your reason and your data? It's because you're assuming that you're talking to a rational player. You're not. Almost never.
It's not something that happens to me.
So instead you use persuasion. You make them feel a certain way, and if you can make them feel a certain way, then they will rationalize decisions that make them feel better. People are only rational 10% of the time.
If that. If that. People are only rational 10% of the time. If that. If that.
People are only rational 10% of the time. If that.
If that.
People are only rational 10% of the time.
If that. If that.
So remember, 90% irrational, and then you'll understand life.
If that. 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 People are only rational 10% of the time. I think that's generous. Frankly, I think that's incredibly generous. 10% sounds like a bloody lot. 10% sounds like something you could rely on. And yeah, I don't know about that, but I do know that Venice Beach Dub Club is in the house and just sent us 1999 and says he's about to take a walk and look at lights while listening to some Paul Harvey Christmas breakbeats. What a guy! Appreciate you. Shouts out to you. Enjoy that experience. That sounds like a very beautiful experience to be having. Does it not? Akira the Don and Scott Adams there from the album that's coming out on December the 19th. It's called Almost Anything Could Happen Today. Almost anything could happen today in the meaning wave genre, or as Scott Adams calls it, music plus. Modern music, music plus. It's a wonderful album. You're going to love it. I'm very excited about it. I love it very much. It's something of a kind of Scott Adams' greatest hits Although when I was like working out the idea behind kind of like getting some of his better ideas into one place, I kind of worked out essentially a 5-album plan. He has a lot of good ideas and good concepts. So this is a squad of them. As you know, he has been ill, but he's going to be great. I've been saying the whole time, I have complete confidence, and that we're going to be having many more records, many more wisdoms, books, all sorts of things, everything. Much more to do. Arcs are important. You got to have them arcs. Makes it interesting. So yeah, looking forward to hearing the Scott Adams record. I sent it over to him yesterday, day before yesterday. It's nice sending people records. Hey, I made a record. It's for you. Check this out. I put my heart and my soul into this. What do you think of the heart and the soul combined with the you? Or the related to you? How about that? It's a family reunion up in here, says Tahani. Exactly. It is remiss of me to not stream as much as I as some of you would like. So it is something we're aiming at doing more of in 2026. Bringing the gang together. Speaking of gang, mighty Sakura Bipolar's in the house. ¿Cómo estás, hermano? Sakura Bipolar is a G. You must know Sakura Bipolar because he's responsible for so many of the AMV aspects of the music videos. A lot of times, if it's an AMV in there, he did the AMV edit. A lot of the time, and he did an absolutely wonderful job on a non-AMV thing recently, which was the Kingdom of Heaven video, which he did pretty much almost all of that. I just did the grading, and he did an absolutely wonderful job on that. Make some noise for Sakura Bipolar in the house. Shingon. How many of you listen to Spotify or listen to your music on Spotify? Did you get your thing today? Did you get your thing that tells you like what you've been listening to? It made me laugh so much. It was very funny today. Let's see if I can find. Shit made me laugh so much. Can you see this? Yeah, you can, right? So here you go. It does this thing, right? If you don't have Spotify, it does this thing once a year where it kind of goes through a load of data and visualizes the data. People used to be very excited about this. They're less excited these days because like everybody does it now. Apple does it, YouTube does it, and everyone else like got it out before Spotify this year. Even fucking Duolingo does it. Flipping Duolingo does it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, you studied the most on Tuesday, May 16th. All that. Anyway. But part of it did this, and I laughed out loud. It went, hey, you were added, Akira the Don, to 82.5 thousand playlists. And you go, bloody hell. That's a good amount of playlists to be added to. And, then he goes, your tracks were added 394,000 times. And you go, bloody hell. Wow. How does that happen? Spotify must have been really helping out. Yeah. You were featured in one Spotify editorial playlist. One! One! Now that's when Spotify, like actual human beings, go, yes, this is something we wish to push. This is something we want our listeners to listen to. If you get put on an editorial playlist, that can like multiply your streams 10x, 20x, 100x, whatever, right? So we were on... go back. That was that lovely video I made. Oh no, I've lost my thing. Anyway, come back. There we go. Yeah. So we were on 82,000 playlists, of which one was editorial. Guess what it was? It was on the Lo-Fi Mexa playlist. Mexican Lo-Fi playlist. Which means it wasn't even because someone heard something and thought, yeah, at Spotify, this is what we want our listeners to listen to. This is great. No, it was because I put a thing out and it would have been like the genre would have been lo-fi, and it would have said that I was based in Mexico, and they would have needed lo-fi Mexico things to put on this playlist, and there's probably not that many, so they put one of mine on. And it got me 1.4 thousand streams. 1.4 thousand streams! Thank you very much, Spotify editorial, putting in that work this year. Shit made me laugh. We had, where was it? Basically, like, just 10 million streams this year, of which one... Oh, I've lost that thing again. Hi, Michael. Of which 1,400 came from Spotify editorial. Shouts out to Spotify editorial all day long, and shouts out to the 82,000 or whatever it was of you putting that on your playlist, and shout out to the 3.3 thousand of you for whom Akira the Don is the #1 artist. Shouts out to you lot, and shouts out to the 7% more listeners and 10% more followers this year, and all that. Now, you know, as I always say, it's all well and good, but Spotify pays 0.003 cents a stream, which is somewhat comical. So, of course, you know, if you get value from the music, do consider... Do consider going to MEANINGWAVE.com and buying something or making a donation. Mayhap. Let's quickly look at there, because there is something going on at the moment. We bought back the digital bundles. People have been asking us to bring them back. So we've bought those back, and I spent a couple of days doing some work on the digital bundles. Previously, the way it would give you a Sendow, the company that sort of arranges the purchase, would give you a download, and it would have everything as an individual download. So you would have to individually click and download all the things, which some people found annoying and difficult. So I've fixed all that, and you can now, when you buy the digital bundles, you can choose to download everything in one click if you like, or you can choose to just download the ones that you want to download at that moment. So if you go to digital bundles in there, for example, let's say hi internet work, inactive tabs get a new look. I don't care about that right now. So if you go to the all MEANINGWAVE music bundle, for example, by the way, everything's 50% off with an additional 50% off with the code CYBER for the next couple days. That means 75% off. That's the math. It took me a while to work it out. But anyway, the all MEANINGWAVE bundle, which I've been through, it's got 62 vocal albums, 47 mixtapes, 24 single/EPs, over 700 tracks, 16 gig in total download size. Now, maybe you want to put them all on an iPod Nano and you don't have 16 gig on it, so maybe you don't want to have all the mixtapes as well. So you can choose which ones you want, and you can choose to download, once you get in there, just the vocal albums, or you could choose to just download, say, the Alan Watts ones, or whatever it is. Anyway, so it's all a lot more easy for the user now, and a thing of wonder and beauty. I've also got a little video that I made there showing it, you know, so there. So if you want to take advantage of that, then go to MEANINGWAVE.com and get that. Also, if you just want to make a donation, you can do that. That's very easy, and you can just click and go to support, and you can send us a Bitcoin or 12 Bitcoins if you wish. And if you want to send us micro slashes of a Bitcoin, which some people do, there's a Lightning address now, which is new, and you can send us Lightning and Thunderbolts and all of that. So yes, MEANINGWAVE.com, happiness is a side effect of meaning. Spotify 0.003 cents per stream is interesting, and I wonder how long it will last. I wonder how long the whole thing will last. It's wonderful in many ways, and it's comical in others. But either way, we do not stop. And we've got a new album coming out in 2 weeks, and then we've got another new album coming out a few weeks after that. And they're amazing. And we just had MEANINGWAVE Masterpieces 6 come out. MEANINGWAVE Masterpieces 6. The Masterpieces albums are a lot of your favorites. A lot of people send me messages saying they love the Masterpieces albums for the variety of speaker, the variety of message, the variety of musical experimentation. And no more so is that apparent than track 2 of MEANINGWAVE Masterpieces 6, which is a track I started working on last June, and I finished last month. This was another rare occasion like the Alan Watts record where I percolated on something and took some time over it. And you can probably, maybe you can hear that, maybe you can't, I don't know, but check it out. This is one of my favorites.
Hey guys, do you have any advice for younger guys who are having issues with depression/loneliness? It feels like men's
What's up, Mike Can?
been taken seriously. Thanks for the laughs.
You can still reach out about a vinyl order. Of course you can. Of course you can. Merry Christmas to you. Back that up. Back that up. Back that up. Make some noise for Charles Carroll in the house.
Hey guys, do you have any advice for younger guys who are having issues with depression/loneliness? It feels like men's mental health isn't taken seriously. Thanks for the laughs. They make a difference.
More than you would ever know.
More than you would ever know.
100%. We all feel that stuff. You can chalk a lot of that up to testosterone being depleted, hormonal warfare, genetic warfare, eugenics. You can chalk it up to that. You can get down that rabbit hole if you want to. I mean, we can go all the way with that. But the only power you have in this world, we all feel the depression. You all feel something in, you think it's your heart, but it's not.
It's your gut.
The only power you have in this life is what you think. What you think is amplified. What you think manifests. The only power you have in this life is what you think. What you think is amplified. What you think manifests. The only power you have, you gotta pay taxes, you gotta die, you gotta do this and that, you gotta do all this, but the only power in the world that cannot be taken, it can only be given, is your thoughts. And it gives up. There's an energy. Prayer is the only power you have. The only power you have is how well you can pray, how well you can master your thinking.
Go!
The only power you have in this life is what you think. What you think is amplified. What you think manifests. The only power you have in this life is what you think. What you think is amplified. What you think manifests. Think along those lines when it comes to crippling depression. You think along those lines and they will help you more than other things that are offered to you or things that you might think are useful. They are less useful than prayer and what you think. Don't just give your attention away. You have to make it work for you. You are a machine that creates. You are a god that creates. You can't give it away.
Yeah!
You are a machine that creates.
You are a god that creates. You can't give it away. Hey!
You are a machine that creates.
Yeah!
You are a god that creates. You can't give it away.
Hey!
You are a machine that creates. You are a god that creates. You can't give it away. You can't give it away. The only power you have in this life is what you think. What you think is amplified. What you think manifests. The only power you have in this life is what you think. What you think is amplified. What you think manifests.
Hey!
You can't get. The only power you have in this life is what you think.
What you think is amplified. What you think manifests. The only power you have in this life is what you think.
What you think
Is amplified. What you think manifests.
Make sure you remember that when it drugs or supplements or exercise, and that's okay.
Band-Aid broken leg stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Fundamentally, what you're thinking around the clock is more important than even a shot of testosterone. Most important. Most important.
Yeah.
I
Have to say that. Make some noise. That's Charles Carroll. Charles Carroll of MDE. If MDE was the Spice Girls, Charles would be like Esoteric Spice. Esoteric Spice. Charles is a G. Shouts out to Charles. I started that. I made that the same day I made Escape. Like the first version of that, I made that in Escape the same day, and I sent that to Charles. See what he thought, and he was into it. I was like, right, I need to put an orchestra on this, and a bunch of guitars, and a bunch of other stuff, and so I did. But I sort of chipped away at it over the year, and I kind of wanted it for. I realized I wanted it for MEANINGWAVE Masterpieces 6. And I wanted it right at the beginning of the record. It's track 2 after Desiderata. There's lots of different ways of sequencing albums that I like to do. But one thing I realized, I think I did it on my first one, like ever. I really like to have like a fucking banging, like second track that's like got synths in it and like some bit of drum and bass somewhere. MDE, $1 Million Extreme, that's the crew. Sam Hyde, Nick Rochefort, Charles Carroll, etc., and all the lads, reminded me when I first came across them a decade or so ago. It reminded me of a lot of the British comedy, late night stuff like Blue Jam, things of that nature that I was into in the 90s when I was a kid. Like Chris Morris, a lot of those sorts of people. And like musically, there would always be little bits of kind of like jungle, the sort of jungle that Aphex Twin would kind of like listen to and maybe play in his DJ sets. There was always bits of that aesthetic. Anyway, MD always reminded me of that. They had that spirit, like late night Radio 1 comedy skits, late night Channel 4 weirdness. So that found its way into the music naturally, because that's the thing that I love. This bit. And I don't know why I always wanted to do a synthwave track that has a drum and bass in it as well. So I suppose this is a bit synthwavey. I don't know, whatever. It was what was right for what Charles was saying, and it was a wonderful thing that Charles was saying. He said it in the middle of a live stream. He was streaming with Nick, I think it was. And it was really nice when I sent Charles the finished version. He really loved it, and he said it was very helpful to him and reminded him of some things. And I always feel that way when I'm making this, music. A lot of it is, the point of it is to remind me of things that I know or knew, but it's so easy to forget, and it's so easy for things to kind of worm their way into your being, and you're constantly under attack from all these things. And it's often so easy to forget the most simple and powerful things. And this record's one of those messages, and it was useful for me. And it was really lovely that it was also useful for Charles, and continues to be. A music video for this is coming very soon. Bad Buddha says, makes me want to remix it, lol. What's the lol for? You know what I mean? You ain't got a lol. Although I did post a meme of this the other day. Like, if you don't put lol at the end of a sentence, it's like Richie from Sopranos is how it reads. So I do understand the lol, but I do. Yeah! Alright, Akira did on Charles Carroll, aka Esoteric Spice. People have been out, but like a lot of people want more Charles. I could do so much more Charles. Charles is like a factory of like bars. He's a bar factory. He got so many bars. So keep an eye out in 2026. You never know what's going to happen in the MEANINGWAVE universe apart from the things that you're doing that's going to happen. You do know there's a there's a Scott Adams album on December the 19th. You do know there's an Alan Watts album in January. You know that. You know that because I told you.
Time is not the medium in which thought,
Make some noise for Rupert Spira.
rather thought creates, or more accurately imagines, time.
Hey. Hey.
Time.
More Charles would be amazing, says Bad Buddha.
Akira.
See, in this way that we do not remember things because they exist in the past. The past seems to exist because we remember them. In other words, it is thought that creates the illusion of the past and future. The illusion of time. But an illusion is not something that is not real. It is something that is real, but it's not what it appears to be. An illusion is not something that is not real. It is something that is
real.
But it's not what it appears to be.
What you are looking for is what you are. What you are looking for is what you are. What you are looking for is what you are. What you are looking for is what you are.
Time is not the medium in which thought takes place, but rather thought creates, or more accurately imagines, time. Time. The illusion of time. But an illusion is not something that is not real. It is something that is real, but it's not what it appears to be. An illusion is not something that is not real. It is something that is real, but it's not what it appears to be.
What you are looking for is what you are. Oh, what you are looking for is what you are. What you are looking for is what you are. What you are looking for is what you are. Oh, is what you are. Oh, what you are looking for is what you are. What you are looking for is what you are. What you are looking for is what you are. What you are looking for is what you are. Akira the Don and Rupert Spira from MEANINGWAVE Masterpieces 6 out now. What's up, 2076? Akira, great to see you alive and well. Take care of yourself, you bad motherfucker. You deserve it. Bless you, Maz, each and every one. Boom!
Cannot be.
What up, baby?
What do you mean, Spock? Physical laws simply cannot be ignored. Existence cannot be
Without him.
Physical reality is consistent with universal law. Where the laws do not operate, there is no reality. There is no reality.
Yeah!
There is no reality. Where the laws do not operate, there is no reality.
Physical laws simply cannot be ignored.
Where the laws do not operate, there is no reality. Doctor, in your opinion, what killed Mr. Chekhov? A piece of lead in his body. Wrong. His mind killed him. Come on, Spock, if you've got the answer, tell us. Physical reality is consistent with universal law.
Where the laws do not operate,
there is no reality. All of this is unreal. What do you mean unreal? I examined Chekhov. He's dead. But you made your examination under conditions which we cannot trust. We judge reality by the response of our senses. Once we are convinced of the reality of a given situation, we abide by its rules. Physical laws simply cannot be ignored. Existence cannot be without them. Physical reality is consistent with universal law. Where the laws do not operate, there is no reality. There is no reality. There is no reality. Where the laws do not operate, there is no reality. Physical laws simply cannot be ignored. Where the laws do not operate, there is no reality. We judge the bullets to be solid, the guns to be real. Therefore, they can kill.
Chekhov is dead because he believed the bullets would kill him.
He may indeed be dead. We do not know.
But we do know the Melkotians created the situation. If we do not allow ourselves to believe that the bullets are real, they cannot kill us.
Exactly. I know the bullets are unreal. Therefore, they cannot harm me. I know the bullets are unreal. Therefore, they cannot harm me. Physical laws simply cannot be ignored. Existence cannot be without them. Physical reality is consistent with universal law. Where the laws do not operate, there is no reality. There is no reality. There is no reality. Where the laws do not operate, there is no reality. Physical laws simply cannot be ignored. Where the laws do not operate, there is no reality.
Unreality. With the cast of Star Trek, the original motion to the original series. Not the original motion picture, there was something else entirely. Those things, my god, the original motion picture had the most incredible posters. Oh, the artwork at that period was absolutely insane. Rosenslavov 8062. Thank you for the $9.99.
Precisely. It's not possible. There'll always be some doubt. The smallest doubt would be enough to kill you.
You hear that? Smallest doubt, enough to kill you. Seems to be true in life. What? And speaking of which, I listen to your Neville album every day, says Rosenslavov 8062. Thank you so much. You are not alone on this. And thank you. I had a lot of people sending me Spotify end of year things, and they just listen to that Neville record like over and over and over and over and over. Jodie, who wrote that article about it for Forbes, sent me the thing. Her entire Spotify end of year was just that album. So you'll be happy to know that there is more Neville coming in 2026. I found a recording of a speech in Los Angeles that is particularly germane. I'm cleaning it up at the moment. Bad Buddha 93 says one of my absolute faves. Great track. Hey, thanks. It's one of those beautiful, eternally relevant things. Oh, look at that wolf. He's been up there for ages. I can't remember why I brought that up now. Oh, yeah, it was to illustrate the point of the lol. I found the meme with the lol with Richie from The Sopranos. And then I just started looking at other memes. You might have noticed another thing I've been doing. I basically started this last time we streamed. I've been doing it for months now. Is like a very consistent meme carousel distribution thing where I post meme carousels pretty much every day without fail, and they're great. And I used to sort of post them sporadically because I go around on my travels around the internet and I see memes that I like, and I see pictures I like, and I see artwork I like, and sometimes I make my own too, and I like to post them. And I used to just have them messily in my phone, and I would sort of about once a week I'd be like a dump of like as many of them as I could post in a thing. And then I was like, well, what if I approached mimetic distribution with the same thorough professionalism I approach everything else in my life? What if I were to collect and arrange memes and images and artwork and comics and photos in the same way I do my DJ library? I've spoke about my DJ library in the past, and I must do a video one of these days to show it you, particularly for all you people who are buying the bundles, so that you can apply the same thing I do. Every time I bring something into my DJ library, I tag it with a thorough hierarchical tag system. I give it a genre and a genre tree within that. So, for example, electronic dance music would be the roots, or the top of the hierarchy, and then underneath that perhaps there would be UK garage or synthwave or whatever falls into that. You could have rock, and underneath that you could have indie, post-rock, metal, different kinds of metal, what have you, right? And that's just the genre. Within the comments section, I tag with every word that the song makes me think of, every mood, every emotion, thematic, what it's about, philosophically, so on and so forth. And then if I want to drag up a bunch of songs that are around a certain theme or multiple themes, I can do. Well, anyway, I now do that with pictures as well. I now do that with memes. All the things that go into my phone then go into a program called Mylio, where you can be very, very thorough with your image tagging, and you can tag images with tons of words. It can also recognize colors and moods and dates and this, that, and the other. I could say, I want a bunch of pictures with a lot of orange in them that I might have tagged with stoicism or death or amusing or what have you, and I can do so. You see, so this is how I'm now able to delight you on a daily basis with a sequence of memes and images and what have you. And it's a very rewarding thing to do and be able to do. And yeah, that's what's going on there. People have been asking, they go, Akira, where'd you get all these things from? Well, also, as for where I get them from everywhere. I travel far and wide. But one place that is a very reliable source of good memes, I have to say, is the MEANINGWAVE, Akira the Don and MEANINGWAVE Discord. The Akira the Don and MEANINGWAVE Discord is an excellent source of memes in the meme channel, specifically. And if you've not checked it out, I do suggest you check it out. It's great. Shout out to everybody dropping memes in the MEANINGWAVE Discord. You're doing God's work. Frankly, God's work. And what else can you do in this existence other than God's work? What else is there to do? What else could you even aim at? What could be better than that? Castle One Survival, thank you for the £5. That means you're in Britainland. I will be going to Britainland soon. My wife and son are on their way there now. I shall be following shortly. I just have to finish the art direction for the next albums. I've got the art direction for the Scott Adams one down. I've made the artwork for that. I have to do the animated visuals for Spotify's canvases, and I have to do music videos. But I've got the art direction down. It's very beautiful. I've got to get the art direction done for the Watts record. I have that in my mind. Mark Watts is currently going through the archives and finding me some things I can work with. And I need to make some music videos. So I've got to work very hard for the next 10 days or so. Then I can go to the UK for Christmas with my family, see my mum and my brothers and other people. I'll see my father. I'll see all sorts of people. It'll be lovely. Anyway, Castle Survival. I listened to your songs with Rupert Spira, and I had to become like you as a personal fav. Was shown you a year ago and got hooked. Any plans on UK tour? I mean, it is a good point. I haven't toured the UK since like 2012. 2012 was probably the last time I toured the UK, and it's probably quite different now. So I should. We are looking at going live. We were going to be playing live in 2020, and then Tom Hanks and all that happened and scuppered all the plans. And then we were going to be doing it in 2021, and then I got locked out of the country that I was living in for not being stabbed with experimental chemical things or whatever it is. Bottled demon sauce, So a bunch of plans were scuppered. But we're coming back into a new paradigm now. I don't know if you've noticed, the world is rearranging itself in all sorts of interesting patterns. And I've made so much music, it would be lovely to play it in the world. So we're aiming at that. We are aiming. If you have no aim, you are aimless, obviously. And I need to make more Rupert Spira records. I have a huge amount earmarked. I want to make more Rupert Spira music. You notice I do one, I guess it's every other MEANINGWAVE masterpieces. We've had 6 MEANINGWAVE masterpieces and 3 Rupert Spira songs. Only 3, and they're all some of my favorites. So I definitely have to make more Rupert Spira. I definitely want to make more, and I definitely will. And Rupert Spira is lovely, and he really likes the songs and is very supportive. And his team is really nice, so they're all lovely. Shout out to all of them. Let me know in the chat what you want to hear going forward, by the way. You know some things that are happening. You know there's an Alan Watts album in January. You know there's a Scott Adams album. I'm going to play you another song from it now. But what else are you looking forward to coming up in the MEANINGWAVE universe? Matthew Morgan says, man, this instrumental goes hard. Merry Christmas, ATD. Merry Christmas to you, Matthew Morgan, 590.56. And thank you. I like this instrumental too.
All right. I saw a story in the South China Morning Post.
South China Morning Post.
It asks the question, can you train your mind to be happy? And it says, yes,
well,
expert says. Would you like to know how? Would you like me to train you with my hypnosis experience into how to be happier? All right, well, I won't hypnotize you. I'll just tell you how to do it. Number 1, whatever you think about the most is who you are.
That's who you are. It's who you are. What you think about the most is who you are. Who you are. Who you are. It's who you are. What you think about the most is who you are. Who you are. Who you are.
And you can change what you think about the most.
Yes, you can.
It's easy.
Easy.
Watch. Think about your favorite animal. Could you do it? Yeah, of course you could. Yeah, you all had a different favorite animal, but when I said think about your favorite animal, you could do it. So that was when your brain was focusing on a cool thing that you liked. Favorite animal. Probably made you a little bit happy. I mean, just a little bit. But during that time you were thinking about your favorite animal, you weren't thinking about some bad thing that could have potentially put you in a bad mood or affect your energy or make you anxious or anything. Whatever you think about the most,
that's who you are. It's who you are. What you think about the most is who you are. Who you are. Who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. What you think about the most is who you are. Who you are. Who you are.
So, I just proved to you that if you just remember as a habit to change your thinking from whatever negative stuff to positive stuff, and it's really that easy. Just think about stuff you like. Everybody likes something. Think about a person you like, experience you had, a walk on the beach, if that's your thing. Just think about it. And reduce the shelf time that you give to the bad thoughts. Because how much you think about something is what creates the structure in your brain that becomes semi-permanent. You can usually change it, but it becomes a little semi-permanent. So the more you think about positive things, the happier you're going to be.
So, it's who you are. It's who you are. What you think about the most is who you are. Who you are. Who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. What you think about the most is who you are. Hey. What you think about the most with Scott Adams. Who you are. That's part 1 of the Scott Adams How to Happiness trilogy. Part 2 was Beautiful World, and Part 3 will be revealed on the album. Almost Anything Could Happen Today. Dropping December 19th. Castle Survival. Thank you for the £5. Jude Badman says, The Wolf, Into the Infinite, Hard Work, and Don't Worry are favourites too. I really enjoyed the new song Man Can Move Himself a lot. Very deep lines. All of those are my favourites too. Man of Taste. Fool Killer, I just love hearing the fruits of your imagination, whatever they are. You're the best. It's who you are. Battlestar Galactica would be cool, says Cake First. Oh, man. I remember the old 60s or whatever it was, one of that, but then I watched that remake of like 10, 15 years ago, whatever. It kind of petered out. It was really good at one point, and it was getting really good. And then when they found the planet, it was really depressing. I wonder if I would rewatch that. I made the mistake of watching some new stuff. Like, I haven't watched new stuff for years because obviously everything's ideologically possessed and weaponized and designed to destroy you and ruin you and break you and break your spirit and all that sort of thing, right? So I watched this new stuff. I got a Plex and I got like every amazing movie ever made before like 2008 on it, and every great TV show you could wish for, you know what I mean? So there's no need. We do Dawn Movie Night and we watch every week and introduce my son to a classic movie. And that's very joyful. But I made a mistake. What did we watch? Oh, it's because me and him love Alien, right? It's like our favorite. It was Alien. The original Alien is one of my favorite films. And despite the flaws of them, I did love, and I know I do because I think about them still, Ridley Scott's prequels in a strange way. Like, basically, Damon Lindelof, like, fucked him up with his terrible dialogue and awful characterization. But the themes were fascinating. The cinematic language, which is Ridley's deal, was incredible to the point, I think about it all the time. Anyway, so we watched Alien Earth. That was a fucking mistake. When I first heard the idea that they were doing a TV show, I was like, this is going to be terrible. And the original outline for it, I was like, this is going to be terrible. And then for some reason, some things came out that had me kind of hopeful for some reason. I foolishly, maybe I forgot what year I was living in or whatever. But my God, Alien Earth is this TV show. Maybe it's because I thought maybe I liked Noah Hawley, the guy doing it. I think I liked Fargo, maybe season 1 when Bilbo Baggins was in it. Homeboy from the British Office. I think I liked that, but that was a long time ago. We live in a different time now. Alien Earth is fucking horrible. Like, the first episode wasn't bad, and then it just got worse and worse to the point it was just ludicrously, comically bad. Like, maniacally bad. Like, it was like a fever dream of everything awful about contemporary storytelling. Like, the main characters are like these nihilistic, evil robots that hate humanity, and I think you're supposed to root for them or something. And the alien itself is relegated to just the pet of this like vindictive Mary Sue narcissist robot bitch. Just this fucking awful creatures. And the alien itself, like the Lovecraftian horror Giga Xenomorph, is like a fucking pet. Like dog on a leash for this fucking nasty alien. This nasty robot chick. Who just needs fucking switching off. It's just turn them off. Why aren't you turning them off? There's all these people in it. They're supposed to be geniuses that are just act like retards. It's this thing, it's impossible, I guess, for someone to write a character that's smarter than them. So it's really foolish of these current Hollywood writers to try and write geniuses, because obviously they can't because they're retards. But they were smart in this. I thought, this is smart of them, because the main characters are all children in the bodies of robots. So I was like, that's quite a good hack. Because, like, if you're a retarded contemporary Hollywood person, surely you can write a child. No, they cannot. It was fucking ludicrous. Hercules and I watched it to the end because we'd started it, and I'm a consistent victim of sunk cost fallacy. But bloody hell, I am done. I'm going back to pre-2008 everything. These contemporary people are wicked. It's just wicked. Everything is inverted to the point of absolute ludicrousness. And yeah, I could barely stand it. Bad Buddha 93 says, have you thought of using Baba Ram Das? Of course. This is, from day. There's many rooms in the mansion and many things we're working towards. Hold tight. Fun Examined Life 1145 says, I hear you speaking wisdom on multiple levels. I'm enjoying each breath. That's a nice thing to say, isn't it? Fool Killer, I'm a big Predator guy, so I understand your struggle, Akira. They did the same thing with Predator, haven't they? I didn't even bother watching that. That was clearly. They did the same thing. They made a lady robot. It's this smart thing they've done because people were cottoning on to all these lady characters they write. They're basically like dudes, and they just kicking, and they're always like, there's always these like little ladies that act like dudes kicking the shit out of giant dudes. And I think people were starting to lose the capacity to suspend disbelief. So now they're all robots. It's like, yeah, it's a little lady. She can kick your head off because she's a robot. Yeah, all right, fine. But like the new Predator, it's a lady robot and she's got a pet predator. So Alien, it's a lady robot who's got a pet alien. And in Predator, there's now a pet predator. And it looks like that funny looking lady who was in Game of Thrones and in a TV show that I haven't watched because it looks evil called The Last of Us. She's got a funny head. She's one of these like alcohol fetal syndrome characters that like Hollywood loves, And the new Predator looks like that. And it's very silly. Everything that you ever loved will be raped and twisted beyond your absolute wildest imaginings by these weirdos. And the smartest thing to do is just not engage. And I was very good at that for like a decade. But I love Alien. I do love Alien. And Ridley Scott was producing on it. So I gave it a go. That was silly. Fool me once, George Bush gif. Won't do it again. All that. Shins Yotta 1999. Thank you. That's very nice of you. Says, Senor Don, long time no see. Maz, love you all. Ain't that nice? Castle Survival says, good modern movie I'd recommend, Oppenheimer. Really? I didn't watch that either because I don't trust him either. I've forgotten his name now, but I don't trust him. Ever since Dark Knight Rises. Don't trust him. And I certainly am not watching his bloody Odyssey. I refuse to watch that. I can't watch anything with that nasty, mean-spirited little rotbag who they put in the Spider-Man films and called MJ, and she wasn't Mary Jane. Mary Jane is a wonderful character, and they made this like nasty little vindictive troglodyte character, and they have this chick playing her who's from a famous TV show that was created to destroy young girls that obviously I've never watched because I'm not a young girl and I don't need destroying. But anyway, anything that she's in, I can't watch. They put her in Dune, so I couldn't watch those Dune movies. Yeah, there's certain things that they do that are clearly wicked and distorted, so I just don't engage. So I can't do that. But like, if more people tell me Oppenheimer's good, maybe I'll watch it. More people who I think might be smart. Teddy Roosevelt, the man in the arena. Yeah, wait for MEANINGWAVE Masterpieces 7. That one's been cooking for a while. Wait till you hear the voice. The voice for that one. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Big question. Have you ever played Outer Wilds, Castle Survival? No, I haven't. What's that? I don't even know what it is. I haven't played it. I need a new game to play. I ran out of... I'll be working in the studio and stuff, and I like to play video games for half an hour to chill afterwards, maybe even 45 minutes. And I had been playing Hitman, and then I basically killed everybody in every possible way that you can kill people. And so I don't play Hitman anymore. I've reverted to GTA Online, which really is just stupid. They're just running around selling cocaine, driving up and down the map, listening to that Chakra radio station, which I like very much. You know. Anyway, Shinchyotta! I just remember, when you see names and you forget who the real name is, you go, oh, it's you. Good to see you. Good to see you all. It's very nice to see you all. Someone mentioned a song. We were talking about things to, like, you want to hear more of going forward. Someone said they like this one. I like this one, so I'll play this one.
Are you happy? It's a difficult question. I'm not searching for happiness. I'm searching for peace.
Ooh.
I'm searching for peace.
Akira.
My state of what I'm aiming for, I would say it is peace. If there's happiness, there is sadness. If something can rise, something must fall. If you can attain something, there's something to lose. That's why it's difficult. That's why I stopped the moment. I don't know what type of happiness you mean.
What?
I'm not searching for happiness. I'm searching for peace. I'm searching for peace. I'm not searching for happiness. I'm searching for peace. I'm searching for peace. Being satisfied with where I'm standing, yes. Does it mean that I don't have hard moments? I have hard moments. And that's why for me, what is it I ultimately look for? I would call it, it's just peace. It's just peace. I'm not searching for happiness. I'm searching for peace. I'm searching for peace. I'm not searching for happiness. I'm searching for peace. I'm searching for peace. More and more, yes.
More and more, yes. Searching for Peace with Shi Hang Yi from MEANINGWAVE Masterpieces 6, which is out now. That's one of my favorites too. I really love the beat. I mean, I love everything about this. I made it, of course. Why would I not make a thing I love? I really like the beat on this. There was something that was going on with certain aspects of lo-fi in 2015. And there was like a wonky whoomp whoomp thing. And I think people were using synthesizers to do the bass. Anyway, it was the spirit of that I was kind of channeling when I made this. I played the bass on this on my Moog Minotaur synthesizer, which you may have seen me using somewhere. We're looking at Outer Wilds gameplay footage right now, which was suggested by Castle Survival. Apparently you have to play it blind. Does that mean what? There's no map? That surely doesn't mean that you have to cover your eyes. I was playing Mortal Kombat with my son. He suddenly wants to play fight. I really like fighting games, and he never used to like them. So we didn't play fighting games together. And for some reason, because he got into... We watched all these horror movies, and he got into horror stuff. We watched Halloween, the original, and Friday the 13th and stuff. So then he wanted to play Mortal Kombat. So we've been playing Mortal Kombat. It's been really fun. And there's a character who's blind, and he's like, oh, you have to play this one blind. So he's like covering my eyes. I still kicked his ass. He actually got very good. He was playing Ghostface. He just plays Ghostface pretty much. He finds it. He likes it. Outer Wilds. I should look more into that. Where's my bass? Yeah, if you're not following me on Instagram, I post kind of like, aside from beautiful meme carousels, I do post some behind the scenes stuff. Like I posted this nice video of me working on my version of Everybody Wants to Rule the World, which I did for Normal World's last episode. I don't know if any of you saw that. So Normal World, which is a great show, it was on Blaze TV. It got shit canned, and Quarter Black Garrett hit me up because I was supposed to be going back on it. I was going to be flying out to Texas to appear on it early next year, but not happening now because Glenn Beck said no more. After doing the same to Alex Stein, which was very mean of him. Alex Stein's a lovely boy. Why would you shit can Alex Stein? Absolutely disgraceful behavior. Glenn Beck, what are you thinking? But anyway, Quarter Black Garrett hit me up and he said, Akira the Don, could you do a song for us? Because it's the last show and we'd love to have you involved in it somehow because we think you're great. I said anything for you guys because I think you're great. And at this point, I'm going to say shouts out 2076. Shouts out 2076. You just dropped 5 memberships on the chat like an absolute lord. Thank you, you. Castle Survival, by the way, says don't research Outer Wilds. No, that will spoil it. It's knowledge-based progression. So just know nothing, go in blind, and assume it's great. I mean, that's a good way of doing things. Sakura Bipolar says, consider playing the old Halo games with your son if you haven't already. An all-time classic experience for the simpler times of couch co-op games. Yeah, I've got those loaded for him, so for Christmas... Christmas a couple years ago, I modded an Xbox 360 and filled it with all the best games. So we have that. It was the same year I built the Plex with the family movie library. So that is the thing we will do. Me and Hercules, we're basically thinking about doing like a father-son YouTube channel and doing things together, like playing video games or reviewing movies. He's inspired, but he's been getting into red letter media. He wants to do stuff like that, which is fine by me. Anyway, this video you're looking at here, going back to what I was saying ages ago, that was me working on the bass for my cover of Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Because that was it. Because Quarter Black Garrett hit me up and he said, could you do something for the final show? And I said, sure, what you thinking? And he's like, very specific. He's like, could you do a cover version of Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Tears for Fears? I said, okay. I think I can. I do love that song. It's great. And my son also loves that song, but complains how he thinks that the music on it could be more hype. So I did a kind of hype, super synth version of it, and you can hear that on the last episode of Normal World. They played it on there. And if you like that and you want more of it in your life, the final studio version of that will be coming out on Boxing Day. So there. How about that? Magical. Oh, they're sending me pictures. They're at the airport. They're tired. This is family, wife and son. They're sending me nice pictures of them smiling. Oh, so I'm going to send them a message saying, love you, because they do. I do. Love my family, truth and justice. Walking More Poets in the house. Hey, Walking More Poet, we were doing some filing the other day, well, Mama Don was, and she found a lovely letter that you sent us a while back that was handwritten. It's very nice to have handwritten letters that people send you, because then you can put them in a box of life, and then they come out every now and again. You go, oh, isn't that lovely? So, thanks for that. Just dropping a super chat as I'm at my grandpa's wake, and I can't hang. We'll return for the replay. Manifesting a beautiful life thanks to MEANINGWAVE. Thanks as always, Akira, for the bops. We're all going to make it in spirit of the Father forever. Well, love to you, brother, and love to your grandpa, without whom you would not exist. And I trust that it was a appropriately beautiful ceremony, and that you said some beautiful words. I'm sure you did, because that's what you do. Shouts out to you. Love to you and your family. Castle Survivor says, just play that game without watching about it. Okay, that sounds like advice, and I thank you. Also says, but seriously, ask people about Outer Wilds. It's transformative but elusive. You've got to play it with no knowledge as it embodies the hero's journey. Does anyone else here know about this Outer Wilds? Castle Survival is very intent that we experience it in a pure fashion. What do the rest of you think? That was Searching for Peace.
It's just one of those overloaded words that means different things to different people, so I'm not even sure we're communicating the same language, but
Akira.
what is happiness? What is happiness? I think it's just basically being okay with where you are. Not
wanting things to be different than the way they are, not having the sense that anything is missing in this moment. Ironically, I think most people, if you were to ask them when they were happiest for a sustained period of time, not for a brief moment, because pleasure can override happiness and create kind of this illusion of happiness. But if you ask people when they were happy for a sustained period of time, they were probably doing some variation of nothing. But then you get bored. What is happiness?
Happiness. Tell me what it is. Tell me what it is.
What is happiness?
Happiness.
If you just sit around all the time, you get bored. So you want adventure, you want surprise. Like there's the funny thought experiment of the bliss machine. Suppose I could drill a hole in your head and put an electrode in, put a wire in there, and I can stimulate just the right part of your brain, and I can put you in bliss. And you'll just be in bliss. Would you want that? Most people will say, well, I don't want that. I want meaning. I don't want just bliss, I want meaning. You're like, okay, well, I'll put an electrode in there and I'll give you meaning. How about that? If you kind of run this thought experiment long enough, I think most people realize, actually what I want is, I want surprise. I want the world to surprise me, and I want to wrestle with it in ways that are somewhat predictable, but somewhat not. Kind of end up back where you started. What is happiness? What is happiness? For some people, pure happiness is the ultimate goal. They want to just be blissfully happy wherever they are, whenever they are. But I think other people, most people would say, well, I'm here in this world, I'm here in this life, I don't understand it or why, but I want to be engaged. I want to be surprised. I want to do things. I want to accomplish things, to want things and then get them. That's kind of the whole game that we're all playing here. If nothing worked out the way you expected, if it was all serendipity and you didn't want that, you would just be a ball of anxiety. On the other hand, if everything worked out as you expected and wanted, you'd be so bored you might as well be dead. So there's the river of life kind of flows between these two banks, and enjoy it. What is happiness?
Tell me what it is. Tell me what it is.
What is happiness?
Happiness. Tell me what it is. Tell me what it is. Akira the Don Naval Ravikan. What is happiness? Part 1 of Naval How to Happiness. Part 2 coming 2026. Castle Survival's really trying to get me to play this game. Says I'll even gift it to you on Steam to get you to play it. I don't have Steam, my son got Steam, but we're going to set up a living room Steam soon. I do my gaming on a PlayStation 5 like a fucking savage. I gotta have a controller and that. But I'm gonna set up a living room thing at some point. Tahani was telling me to play Portal and Portal 2 with Herc. Herc loves Portal, and I've never played it because I've got some weird aversion to first-person games. I don't know why. I have a weird aversion to first-person games. I find them confusing. I like third-person. I don't know, maybe I can fix that. There must have been a game I played first-person. Like, I played Doom when I was little. I played Wolfenstein 3D. I could do that. Free consciousness is happiness. Exactly. Love hysteria. It says, I told someone to listen to MEANINGWAVE, no questions asked. And she told me she had to pull over because she couldn't cry and drive at the same time. She was so moved. Jumping blind sometimes, Akira. Now, what do we think she was listening to? Who's going to carry the boats? Cast of Survivor is still pushing this game. It's on PS2 5. Okay. All right. So you say you got to go in blind. What other games would you say a person might have enjoyed if they would enjoy this one? Does that make sense as a question? Chat, what do we think that Cindy's friend was listening to when she had to pull over the car because she was crying? Default aggressive. Matthew says she was definitely listening to Be Me in elementary school. Yo, that one fucked me up. Oh, I was crying when I was playing the piano on that one. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There's some crying songs on upcoming projects. There might be one on the Scott one. There might be one on the what's one? Oh, Fear Factor. Love is Serious confirmed it was Fear Factor. She was a single mum and been through hell and back. There you go. That makes sense. Sahani suggested Waves of Sorrow. Steven says Touch Grass. Someone was asking about saying they wanted to hear new Herco music. I remember now. Herco's recorded an album, actually, and would like to get it out before he's turning 13 in January. He'd like to get it out before then, since it's all, songs he's written as a little kid, and he's becoming a man then. So we shall see. But there's actually a whole Herco album that has been recorded with Hercules doing pretty much everything. He's very good at doing stuff. Like I said, he made a movie last week in which he did literally everything, including special effects, recording it, playing all the characters, wrote it, did the music. He didn't make all the music. Some of it he chose because it was pre-existing music, but he made some of it. He edited it. He refused to color grade it until I sat him down and showed him what good color grading could do. In the same way, he doesn't want to master his music because he doesn't see the point. He's like, it's done. I was like, no, you need to mix and master it. It makes it like 5% better, but that 5% is really important. He's like, no, it isn't. Yes, anyway. But yeah, there is a Herco record in the offing. And when I say in the offing, I mean done. It needs mixing and mastering. Now, Sanj just sent me a funny picture. We need to get the cameras fixed in here so I can show you such things. Can you see that? You can't really see that, can you? I'm going to call him. Let's call them. They're at the airport.
Hey, baby.
Hello. You're live.
Oh my goodness.
I'm still streaming, but I wanted to check in on you before you get on your plane and see how everything's okay.
That's nice.
How you're doing?
We're tired, but we are happy.
Good.
We are.
Herc just sent me a message that was a picture of his face scowling, saying, "I want to die." Is he being funny?
Is being his usual hilarious self.
He is funny.
Yeah, in excellent tired Hercules style. So.
Okay.
We're not arguing at all.
Oh, I see. Did you eat?
We did eat, yeah. We had a Johnny Rockets.
Nice, classic.
We were really, really hungry. Sorry, they're just announcing something.
What's that?
Yeah, we were something about boarding in 10 minutes.
Is the plane on time?
No, yeah, I mean, yes and no. Like 15 minutes, you can't complain about that.
Well, I mean, you could if you wanted.
Well,
You're choosing not to. That's very good.
Well, yeah, I mean, 15 minutes, I think that's good. Nothing.
Chat is saying hello. Free Consciousness says hello, wife. Stephen says hello, Mama Don. Hi, Mama Don, says Matthew.
Nice.
Herc is trapped at the airport, so undesirable, says Chunky.
Yeah. We hope we're going to sleep.
You hope you're going to sleep?
We hope we're going to sleep because
Yeah, well, it is a nighttime flight. That's the classic. That's the best
and
thing.
We are super tired, so we're hoping we're going to sleep. Herc's talking about watching a horror film.
Which one?
I said he should wait to watch with you.
Yes, he has to watch with me. I can so I can
That's
protect him and explain to him what's going on.
Says you have to wait.
Yeah, which one is it? What is it?
Which one did you watch? I know what you did last summer.
Yeah, you have to wait for me, I'm afraid. You are too young to be able to understand these things on your own. Something might happen and you don't know what's going on, and you try and work it out with your own little silly 12-year-old brain. And you come to false conclusions. You see, you need to. No, I must be there to guide you, young man.
Yeah, he is.
I will guide you on the other side.
Now he's cross.
Of course he is. What else is there?
He didn't realise you were live, and now he's embarrassed.
Well, we can't hear him.
I know. But you know how it is when you're nearly 13.
I know, yeah.
Super cringe.
The chat is on your side, Hercules.
Chat is on your side.
Yeah. Castle Survival says Hollow Knight. I don't know why, but Hercules has been playing Silk Song, which I believe is related to Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight, is that a film?
No, Hollow Knight was the precursor to Silk Song, which is that game Herc was playing the other week that was driving him mad.
I know, but is there a movie of it? Is that?
I don't know. I don't know why he's saying Hollow Knight. But oh yeah, Castle Survival. Castle Survival is trying to get in the chat. It's trying to get me to play a game, which I believe is called Outer Wilds. And he says people who like Shadow of Colossus and Hollow Knight, Stray and Undertale think it's as impactful as Outer Wilds. Can Hercules come on? We need to talk about a video game.
Okay. Do you want to talk? They want to talk about the video game. He says he does not want to.
Ask him if he knows about Outer Wilds.
Tired, he says.
Fair enough. Does he know about Outer Wilds?
Sorry?
Does he know about a game called Outer Wilds?
Do you know about a game called Outer Wilds? Yes.
Should we play it? Someone in the chat saying we need to play it.
Someone in the chat is saying we need to play it. People say it's good, he says.
Okay, there you go. All right, good. People say it's good. Lovely, delightful. All right, well, there you go.
Anyway, well, it's really nice to hear from you and
Yeah.
everyone. It's really cool. I haven't had a chance to catch a stream because we've been doing the airport thing.
Well, it's been a pretty good stream, I would say.
Yeah?
Chat, how do you reckon the stream has been? Mum and Dan hasn't heard it. Should she bother listening back to it? You know, I don't know how long we've been streaming. I think it's been a while. Since 8:15. Have you done what?
Have you done a set?
What do you mean, have I done a set?
Like, have you been DJing?
Well, I wouldn't say I've done a set. I've played a song, had a chat, played another song, had a chat. I haven't really, fucking unleashed the beast.
No. Okay.
No, it's been quite casual.
I'm just curious because it's been a while.
Well, it's been a while. We haven't hung out, so there's been lots to talk about, you know. Okay. I complained about Alien Earth.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Castle Survival says it's been an 11 out of 10 stream.
11 out of 10, that's cool.
Yeah, Sheila357 says chatty. Don't know if that's a good or bad. She just says
good.
chatty.
We like chatty.
Yeah, once in a while.
I like chatty.
Yeah. That's what most people's streams are. I watched one of Charles's streams the other day. Most people, they don't have music or nothing. They just sit down and talk for 4 hours. That's what most people do. They don't even have background music. I don't know how they do it. I'd go mad without background music.
Wow.
It's also I've just turned the background music off.
Yeah.
How weird is that? It's like there's a big space around every word.
Weird.
Ugh.
I can't see you.
Tahani says stream is dope in stereo. I told them that it's in stereo. They didn't know. They didn't know it had been mono for 4 years. Chad says it's great to see Mazfam and hear new songs. And Love Hysteria says we do like chatty. And Shecky says it's all beautiful. Maz is very happy.
Really?
Yeah. There you go.
That's awesome. Oh, well, I'm going to be very happy getting on this plane now, thinking of everyone.
Yeah, good. Sheila says, and you are floating in space. So, me, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm floating in space, and my wife and son are off to do the same. They're about to go up in an aeroplane and traverse this flat Earth.
Hilarious. Okay, I've got to go. Hope appears to have lost a headphone.
Oh no!
Oh no, they're my AirPods. So.
Oh no! Disaster.
Oh.
All right. Well, love you. Have a safe flight. I'll see you soon.
Okay. Take care of Dakota.
Oh yeah, good point. He was looking a bit concerned.
Check on him because he might have run outside.
Yeah, he's not outside. I got him back in. He had gone outside. He's back in. He's sat on the table looking concerned.
Please make sure you give him a lot of love.
I will give him a lot of love.
Okay, good.
All
All
right.
right.
All right. All
Love
right.
you lot.
Hasta luego, baby.
Hasta luego.
Bye bye, son.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah, there you go. That was an impromptu phone conversation with the family at the airport. How about that? And this is a song from MEANINGWAVE Masterpieces 6 featuring the venerable Bishop Fulton J. Sheen.
Really, most of us live below the energy, the level of our energy.
Yeah!
And in order to be happy, we have to do more.
More!
Now we can do more, spiritually and every other way, than we are doing, as is proven by hypnotism. There were some men hypnotized and told that their strength was greater than it was before. And you know that they lifted weights 40% more than they'd ever lifted before they were hypnotized? They just got a new idea in their minds. And then another group of men were hypnotized, the same group. And they were told that they were not as strong as they usually are. And the weights they lifted were 40 pounds less. 40% less. So you see how important it is to have in the mind an idea to do all that you can to work to the limit of your ability.
To have in the mind an idea to do all that you can to work to the limit of your ability. To have in the mind an idea to do all that you can to work to the limit of your ability.
Our world is really suffering from indifference. Indifference is apathy, not caring. I wonder maybe if our Lord does not suffer more from our indifference than he did from the crucifixion. Really, most of us live below the energy, the level of our energy. And in order to be happy, we have to do more.
To have in the mind an idea to do all that you can to work to the limit of your ability. To have in the mind an idea to do that you can to work to the limit of your ability. To have in the mind an idea to do all that you can to work to the limit of your ability.
To have in the mind an idea to do all that you can to work to the limit of your ability. Your ability.
So I'm here, minding my fucking business.
trying to relax. The driver has his playlist on mute, so he can't hear any music. Me and my girl are here talking. She glances over at the fucking playlist.
What pops up?
Fucking going the distance. It brings me back. When I was 300 pounds, trying to lose fucking weight. To get a Navy SEAL, I had a plan. My plan is go out there and run 4 fucking miles. But guess what? Everybody's got a fucking plan so they can hit in the fucking mouth. That's from Mike Tyson. So when your plan fails, when those bolts and fucking laws get too heavy, when you get knocked the fuck down on the fucking canvas, when everything falls apart in your life, and your plan is fucked up, what the fuck are you gonna do? There's only one motherfucking option. Stay fucking hard. Stay fucking hard. Stay fucking hard. Stay fucking hard.
America's preachers tell me that there is no sermon which is looked forward to with less enthusiasm than a sermon about sin. Well, that's probably true. If we're talking about a secular sermon on the subject of hard work.
Akira. The pregnant skyline of America was set in place one brick at a time. Now that represents a lot of calluses. America the Beautiful is not an accomplished fact guaranteed to remain intact. God shed his grace on thee, to be sure.
To be sure.
This was wasteland when God had it to himself. He handed man a hoe and said, you want another Eden? All right, earn it. And all that's necessary for the weeds to take over again is for you and me to lay down that hoe. Hard work. There is no gospel less popular than the gospel of hard work. Work. Hard work. There is no gospel less popular. Get to work. We tell our young people how our country was carved out of the wilderness. No, it wasn't. Our nation was hammered and hoed and chopped and dug and sawed and clawed out of the wilderness by bare-handed men who asked nothing for nothing. America did not start out with an agricultural production at the awe and envy of the world. It was seeded first by sod-busting farmers who fought Indians and ranchers and cold and heat and drought and bug and flood and one another. The fruited plain sprang forth from barren acres only after they had been watered with a lot of sweat. Work. Hard work. There is no gospel less popular than the gospel of hard work. Work. Hard work. There is no gospel less popular. Get to work. I guess what I'm saying is that the more history I study, ours and others, the more certain I am that there is one fertilizer essential to the survival of civilization, and that fertilizer is sweat. And I don't mean perspiration. I mean the kind of steamy, streamy, salty sweat that's wrung from a man by hard physical work. Somehow, the sweat gets into the soil of a farm or a factory or a city or a state or a nation, and everything thereabouts grows tall and strong and tough enough to stand against any storm. But the day the sweat dries up, the soil dries up. And whole civilizations are buried in dust. Work. Hard work. There is no gospel less popular than the gospel of hard work. Work. Hard work. There is no gospel popular. Get to work.
Everybody wants to understand things. Hard work. Right? Everybody wants to learn. Everyone's curious. All wants to learn. Everyone's curious. All children are curious. Any young child, they'll be asking questions all day long. And I think the trick is just don't stop asking questions. And keep asking questions until you can answer something to your own satisfaction. Akira. Don't stop asking questions. Don't stop asking questions. Don't stop asking questions. And keep asking questions until you can answer something to your own satisfaction. Maybe I had the luxury of the time to read. You know, that's helpful because it helps answer questions when you're younger. At least some reading. Too much reading or reading the wrong things can be bad too, right? You can stuff your head with the wrong things.
What's up, baby? How you doing?
You can stuff your head with the wrong things.
That last one for Castle Survival.
For decades, I did not feel like I was that smart because what would happen is I would talk to somebody and they'd say, well, there's this and that and there's this, and they would just start using big terms and big words and defining huge things. And it took me a long time to figure out they didn't know what they were talking about. It's the mark of a charlatan to explain simple things in a complex way. It's a mark of a genius to explain complicated things in simple ways. The smartest people actually understand what they're talking about. The smartest people actually understand what they're talking about.
Akira.
Don't stop asking questions. Don't stop asking questions.
It's just going to get.
Don't stop asking questions. And keep asking questions until you can answer something to your own satisfaction.
It's just going to get weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder. And finally, it's going to be so weird that people are going to have to talk about how weird it is. And at that point, novelty theory can come out of the woods. Because eventually people are going to say, what the hell is going on? It's just too nuts. It's not enough to say it's nuts. You have to explain why it's so nuts. So between now and 2012, the next 14 years, I look for the invention of artificial life, the cloning of human beings, possible contact with extraterrestrials, possible human immortality, and at the same time, appalling acts of brutality, genocide, race baiting, homophobia, famines, starvation, because these systems which are in place to keep the world sane are utterly inadequate to the forces that have been unleashed. Weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder. It's just going to get weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder. What the hell is going on? Weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder. And finally, it's going to be so weird that people are going to have to talk about how weird it is. The collapse of the socialist world, the rise of the internet, these are changes so immense, nobody could imagine them ever happening. And now that they have happened, nobody even bothers to mention what a big deal it is. The fact that there is no such thing as the Soviet Union, people never talk about it anymore. But when I was a kid, the notion that that would ever change was beyond conceiving. The good news is that as primates, we're incredibly adaptable to change. Put us in a desert, we survive. Put us in the jungle, we survive. Under Hitler, we survive. Under Nixon, we survive. We can put up with about anything, and it's a good thing because we're going to be tested to the limit. It's just going to get weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder. It's just going to get weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder. What the hell is going on? Weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder. And finally, it's going to be so weird that people are going to have to talk about how weird it is.
I've really been trying to make sense of this, because, well, what the hell's going on? Why am I selling out 3,000 person auditoriums? I use the stage, let's say, as an opportunity in real time to think. I've been thinking, well, if you're surfing, you don't confuse yourself with the wave. The wave, the wave, the wave, the wave, the wave, the wave, the wave. That's a real mistake. You might be on top of the wave, but you're not. It's the wave, the wave, the wave, the wave, the wave, the wave, the wave. That's a real mistake. You might be on top of the wave, but you're not. It's the wave. I think this long-form discussion and the public hunger for that is best conceptualized like that. There's a technological revolution. It's a deep one. Online video and audio. Immediately accessible to everyone, all over the world. It's turned the spoken word into a tool that has the same reach as the printed word. So it's a Gutenberg revolution in the domain of video and audio. And it might be even deeper than the original Gutenberg revolution because it isn't obvious how many people can read, but lots of people can listen. The wave.
What?
The wave. The wave. The wave.
Oops. Heads up, we've detected video in your stream belonging to someone else. Your stream may be terminated. Okay.
The wave.
It's weird, right? Because it's a YouTube video that I'm playing in the background.
The wave.
That's not like uploaded by the original creator of the anime either.
The wave. The wave.
One day we will be past all this stuff and we'll be able to stream with freedom.
The wave. You might be on top of the wave. The wave.
How's about if I was to build like a streaming thing that was on MEANINGWAVE.com? And then we could play any music or any video without having to worry about YouTube taking it down.
Got a little bit of
what did you think of that idea?
Got a little bit of it. Radio. But there was bandwidth limitations that were really stringent, especially in TV, where you could get 30 seconds if you were lucky at 6 minutes if you were stellar to elucidate a complicated argument. So you can't that everything gets compressed to a kind of oversimplified entertainment. Now, suddenly.
Hey, what up, Sway? What up?
We have this forum for long-form discussion.
Rumble kick.
Real long-form discussion.
I don't know.
That everyone is way smarter than we thought. The wave, the wave, the wave.
I know, Twitch fucks you on stuff.
The wave, the wave.
Rumble, I've got problems with those guys.
That's a real mistake. You might be
They wasted my time a while ago.
The wave, the wave, the wave.
And I'm not very impressed with their product.
Wave, the wave, the wave. You might be
I haven't tried Kick.
The wave, the people.
But I'm sick of other people. Like, you know what I mean? I kind of want to just have everything on my own website.
Logical transformation.
And we could all just go there.
To keep your ego under control.
It's not like, I don't know, it's not like the discovery on any of these platforms is that great. But I don't know, I mean, you guys here, how did you find the stream? Was it because YouTube sent you a notification? Did you see my tweet? If I'd emailed you, would you have seen it and been like, oh, okay, I'll go to the stream? I don't know, let me know.
There's this real power differential, even though that sort of manifests itself because people are so happy to see you. That's a dangerous...
Yeah.
I truly am ridiculously overwhelmed and grateful and happy and pleased that all these people show up.
All these people show up.
Let me share one more.
All these people show up. All these people show up.
Let me share one more biblical reference that beautifully illustrates this principle. Before they call, I will answer. And while they are yet speaking,
I will hear.
Before they call,
I will answer.
And while they are yet speaking,
I will hear.
This is telling you that the moment you desire something, it is already accomplished in consciousness. Your work is not to get it, but to accept it, to assume it, to live in the end. I want you to grasp this fundamental truth.
Everything you want, wants you. Everything that you desire, desires you. Everything you want, wants you. Everything that you desire, desires you.
But as long as you try to get it, you create resistance. The moment you assume you have it, all resistance dissolves. Tonight, dare to assume you are what you want to be. Dare to assume you have what you want to have. Don't try to make it happen. Know that it is already done. Live from that assumption and watch the miracle unfold. Remember, consciousness is the only reality. What you are conscious of being and having you must become in hand. The world is yourself pushed out. Change your concept of yourself, and you change your world. Stop trying to get it, and you'll have it. This is the law. This is the law. And there is no other way under heaven by which anything is accomplished. Everything you want wants you. Everything you desire desires you.
Everything you want wants you.
Everything you desire desires you.
Desires you. Everything you want wants you. Everything that you desire.
Yeah, yeah!
A past which never in fact existed. Only fools prefer the past. Only fools prefer the past. Memory never recaptures reality. Memory reconstructs. All reconstructions change the original, becoming external frames of reference that inevitably fall short. How soothing it is to forget. How dangerous. How tempting it is to raise high walls and keep out change. Right here in our own self-satisfied comfort. Most believe that a satisfactory future requires a return to an idealized past. A past which never in fact existed. Most believe that a satisfactory future requires a return to an idealized past. A past which never in fact humans are born with a susceptibility to that most persistent and debilitating disease of intellect, self-deception. The best of all possible worlds and the worst get their dramatic coloration from it. As nearly as we can determine, there is no natural immunity. Constant alertness is required. As nearly as we can determine, there is no natural immunity.
Constant alertness
is required. Most believe that a satisfactory future requires a return to an idealized past.
Yeah, yeah.
A past which never in fact existed.
Most believe that a satisfactory future requires a return to an idealized past.
A past which never in fact existed. A past which never in fact existed. Past which
yeah.
never in fact existed. Past which never in fact existed. A past which never in fact existed. Most believe that a satisfactory future requires a return to an idealized past. A past which never in fact existed.
Yeah, yeah!
What's up, Sheila? Says, I can tell the stereo now. Imagine we were doing this for 4 years. In mono. In mono. Can you believe it? Hey. Past Which Never Existed from the Dune Wave album with Danica. Banger. I haven't listened to this for a long time. Fucking banger. Banger. Shouts out to Howard Jones, who heavily inspired the synths on this track. Shouts out to Psychedelic Furs, who were also inspirational to the general tone of the thing. I feel like the Psychedelic Furs are very underappreciated. Talking about streaming, people were saying, what about X? X is really only optimized for slop bait, rage bait, people getting very angry about politics and related stuff. and things existing in a very small window. It's not a place for long streams or any kind of video. They seem to have given up. They were doing this thing where they would penalize you for posting YouTube links. They wanted you to upload directly to the platform. So I was uploading all the music videos there, and people would see them for a few hours, then they'd disappear into the timeline. There's no way of like organizing things or anything really. If you check the highlights tab on my X profile, you can actually see I pin videos there, but it's not great. Anyway, in the last week or so, if you post a video on X, it now auto plays the whole thing. So they now seem to be re-encouraging that. I guess maybe they realized that spending a fucking fortune on video bandwidth when you have no way of organizing the videos is pointless. So they've given up on that. And they're going to lean further into people reposting TikToks or something. I don't know what they're doing. I mean, you know, I'm glad they exist, because if they didn't exist, a lot of things you wouldn't know about and you wouldn't get air. And that X has had a knock-on effect of making people more fearless in their communications on other platforms. This, of course, is causing the UK government to go crazy and do entirely evil things like put people in jail for saying faggot and things like that. But they will not win. And, you know, we're in the fourth turning. It's about to go down.
After thousands of years of experiment, our new nation has come so far so fast.
Yeah, 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 yeah!
All this in less than 200 years. What is the secret of our success? Well, I think it had to do with a basic American's creed. Perhaps it never passed the pioneer's lips in this form, but if it had, I think he would have said something like this. I believe in my God, in my country, and in myself.
I believe in my God, in my country, and in myself.
I know that sounds like a trite, too simple thing to say, and yet it's a rare man today who will dare to stand up and say, I believe in my God, and my country,
and in myself.
And in that order.
And in myself.
When the early American pioneer first turned his eyes toward the west, there were only Indian trails, or traces as they were called, for him to follow through the wilderness. Do you know today you can roller skate from Miami to Seattle? From San Diego to Plymouth Rock? In this little bitty instant, as historical time is measured, our 7% of the Earth's population has come to possess more than half of all the world's good things. How come? Well, sir, when that early pioneer turned his eyes toward the west, he didn't demand that somebody else look after him. He didn't demand a free education. He didn't demand a guaranteed rocking chair at eventide. He didn't demand that somebody else take care of him if he got ill or got old. There was an old-fashioned philosophy in those days that a man was supposed to provide for his own and for his own future. He didn't demand a maximum amount of money for a minimum amount of work. Nor did he expect pay for no work at all. Come to think of it, he didn't demand anything. That hard-handed pioneer just looked out there at the rolling plains, stretching away to the tall green mountains, and then lifted his eyes to the blue skies and said, thank you, God.
Now I can take it from here. Thank you, God.
Now I can take it from here. That spirit isn't dead in our country. It's dormant. It's been discredited in some circles, driven underground, but it isn't dead. It's just that a few seasons ago, politicians baiting their hooks with free barbecue and trading a Ponzi promise for votes began telling us, we don't want opportunity anymore, we want security. We don't want opportunity, we want security. We don't want opportunity, we want security. They said it so often we came to believe them. We want security. They gave us chains, and we
we were secure. Suddenly, with our constitutional guarantees depleted, with our national character eroding away, with our tax laws penalizing those who dare to prosper, with workers concentrating on how little they can get by with instead of how much they can produce, suddenly we looked overhead one day to discover that the first tin moon in space was a Russian accomplishment. That free men dragging their feet had been outdistanced by slave workers dragging their chains.
And we were so afraid.
Perhaps this was a disguised blessing too. Maybe a dramatic accomplishment by this Cold War adversary was necessary to get us off our dead centers and back to work again. If we can revive in ourselves, then in our youth, something of that basic American's creed, the horizon has never ever been so limitless. For man stands now on the threshold of his highest adventure of all. His first faltering footsteps into space. 20 years from today, half of the products you will be using in your everyday living aren't even in the dictionary yet. We've got it made. We just keep on keeping on. We've got it made. And if we don't, we will follow those other great nation states of history, the graveyard of ignominious oblivion. History promises only this for certain. We will get exactly what we deserve. Thank you, God.
Now I can take it from here. Thank you, God. Now I can take it from here.
Thank you, God.
Now I can take it from here.
Thank you, God. Now I can take it from here. Get after it. Bye.
You know who Akira the Dawn is? Of course, he's amazing.
Let me give you a practical exercise. Tonight, when you go home, take your desire, whatever it may be, and create a scene that would imply its fulfillment. Make it as natural as possible. If your desire is for a new home, feel yourself living in that home. Feel the texture of the furniture. Walk from room to room. Feel the joy of ownership. Then, and this is crucial, don't try to make it happen. Simply know that by feeling the reality of it, you have set in motion the law that must bring it into your physical experience. Your physical experience. Remember, the feeling is the secret. Feeling is the secret. Not the trying, not the effort, but the feeling. Remember, the feeling is the secret. Feeling is the secret. Not the trying, not the effort, but the feeling. Feel as you would feel if your desire were already a physical fact. Persist in that feeling and watch how life rearranges itself to match your assumption. Now let me address something that often confuses people. They ask, but Neville, doesn't this mean we should do nothing? No, that's not what I'm teaching. Action will come, but it will be inspired action, not forced action. When you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you will be moved to take whatever action is necessary, but it will feel natural and effortless. Remember, the feeling is the secret. Feeling is the secret. Not the trying, not the effort, but the feeling. Remember, the feeling is the secret. Feeling is the secret. Not the trying, not the effort, but the feeling. Think of a composer writing music. He doesn't try to compose, he listens inwardly and records what he hears. Think of a great artist painting. They don't try to paint, they allow the image within to express itself through them. This is how you must be with your desires. The great secret is this: the feeling of the wish fulfilled is the very feeling that seals its fulfillment. The more you try to get it, the more you affirm its absence. But when you live in the end, when you possess it in consciousness, the trying ceases and the having begins. The trying ceases and the having begins. Remember, the feeling is the secret. Feeling is the secret. Not the trying, not the effort, but the feeling. Remember, the feeling is the secret. Feeling is the secret. Not the trying, not the effort, but the feeling.
What are we supposed to do? Well, I keep saying, de-emphasize anxiety, reassure people. Meet people who say, I'm really scared. I'm scared about my job. I'm scared. And so don't worry. You don't know enough to worry. That's God's truth. Worry. Who do you think you are that you should worry, for crying out loud? Don't worry. That's God's truth. It's a total waste of time. It presupposes such a knowledge of the situation that it is in fact a form of hubris. No, what you do is just pay your bills and, pack heat if you need to, and don't worry! That's all. Yes. Worry is praying to the devil. That's great. Worry is betting against yourself. Wepo Yang, a great Chinese Taoist who wrote many, many commentaries on the I Ching. He was asked at the end of his life, what was his conclusion of a life of studying the I Ching? He said, worry is preposterous. That was it. Don't worry. You don't know enough to worry. That's God's truth. Worry. Who do you think you are that you should worry, for crying out loud? Don't worry. That's God's truth. Worry. You don't know enough to worry. That's God's truth. Worry. Who do you think you are that you should worry, for crying out loud? Don't worry. That's God's truth. Worry is preposterous.
What?
Don't worry. Worry is preposterous. Don't worry. Worry is preposterous.
What?
Worry is preposterous. Don't worry. Worry is preposterous. Worry is preposterous. Don't worry. That's God's truth.
Discipline ever fail you? No. Actually, discipline does not fail me. I fail discipline. That's what happens on days where I veer off the path and onto the slippery slope of weakness. It is discipline's fault. It is my fault. I'm the one that's being weak. It's my fault. I'm the one that's not holding the line. I'm the one that is deciding to take the short-term gratification instead of the long-term domination. When I make that error, when I let discipline down, there's only one thing to do. And that's get back creeps in. It's not discipline that opened the door. It's me. It's me rationalizing and explaining and justifying that laziness. When I decide to take the easy path instead of the righteous path of discipline, that is my decision. That's all on me. That's all on me. It's me deciding to cave to my weaknesses and become a slave to them. And when I make that error, when I let discipline down, there's only one thing to do. Get back on. Get back on the path. Get back on. Get back on the path. Get back on. Step it up. Go harder and push for me. Get back on the path. Get back on.
I'm talking with the person who gave us the EMA, gave me Blue Church, Jordan Hall. And part of that is this idea, which is the religion that's not a religion, and trying to come up with a post-religious faith. Because here's the idea. This is probably, in some ways, my most radical idea. I want to do what like Augustine did as the Roman Empire is falling. He laid the foundation. He laid the cultural cognitive grammar for an entirely different culture, and they stole the culture bottom up. He laid the cultural cognitive grammar for an entirely different culture, and they stole the culture bottom up. I want to help steal the culture away, steal it away, steal it away. I want to help steal the culture away, steal it away, steal it away, and do everything I can. Do everything I can. I want to help steal the culture away, steal it away, steal it away. The imperial system at some point clamped down again, but nevertheless we shifted out of antiquity. We shifted to a different world. So I want to try and do that. I want to try and create the systems of meaning, the religion that's not a religion, the ecologies of practices, the communities, the networks of communities. All of this is already happening. Really empower it, both in terms of its grammar, give it the best scientific tools for engineering the practices and the ecology of practices. I basically want to steal the culture. I want to help steal the culture. Away. Steal it away. Steal it away. I want to help steal the culture. Away. Steal it away. Steal it away. And do everything I can. Do everything I can. I want to help steal the culture. Away. Steal it away. Steal it away. Fuck the people who have been abusing us for such a very long time. And I usually don't speak politically because I think the political framing is often a deep misrepresentation of the issue, at least the way in which political discourse has been sort of been ossified. It's been ossified in ways that make choice no longer really relevant. And you know, Christianity stole the culture away from the elites of its time. Now, new elites form. They always will. But the culture changed, and it changed in an important way. That's what I'm trying to do right now. That's what I see myself doing with a lot of these other people. That's what I'm trying to do right now. That's what I see myself doing with a lot of these other people. I want to help steal the culture. Steal it away. Steal it away. Steal it away. I want to help steal the culture. Steal it away. Steal it away. Steal it away. Use this. Do everything I can. Do everything I can.
Yeah!
I want to help steal the culture. Steal it away. Steal it away. Steal it away.
Use this gospel for protection. It's a hard road to heaven. We call on your blessing. And the Father, we put our faith. Kingdom, the kingdom, our demons are trembling. Holy angels descending. In the Father, we put our faith. Use this gospel. What?
The whole point about the metaphor is we can't win by playing the game. That's right. My way of trying to understand what it is to not play their game and to shift over to a totally different game, to shift the culture, is to steal the culture. The only thing I can get from history that's been able to do that are religions. But for reasons that I've articulated, I don't want, not personally, I mean in terms of the functionality, I don't think the standard model, the axial age model of religion is going to do what we need in order to steal the culture as deeply as we need to steal it.
Use this gospel for protection.
I see your talents have gone beyond the mere physical level. Your skills are now at the point of spiritual insight. What is the highest technique you hope to achieve?
To have no technique. To have no technique.
Very good. What are your thoughts when facing an opponent?
There is no opponent. Because the word I does not exist. It does not exist. There is no opponent. Because the word I does not exist. It does not exist. A good fight should be like a small play, but played seriously. A good martial artist does not become tense, but ready. Ready. Not thinking yet, not dreaming. Ready for whatever may come. There is no opponent. Because the word I does not exist. It does not exist. There is no opponent. Because the word I does not exist. Does not exist. When the opponent expands, I contract. When it contracts, I expand. And when there is an opportunity, I do not hit. It hits all by itself. It hits all by itself. It hits all by itself. It hits all by itself.
Well. Well, that was a little unplanned sesh. I did not plan to go into a sesh. Sometimes that just occurs. We had a little sesh. How you feeling out there? Make some noise. Yo! Make some noise. My name's Akira the Don. This is what we used to call the Meaning Stream. And we haven't done a live stream in a long time, but like it'll just come flowing back, don't it? It'll just come flowing back. Goated. Flowing black, goated. Yeah, that was There Is No Opponent with the goated Bruce Lee. Earlier on, we had a bunch of tracks, including Don't Worry, which Castle Survival was asking for, including Steal the Culture, which 2076 was asking for. He said, any chance of Steal the Culture up in here? Excellent set. Maz, you are way more powerful than you think. I need you next to me in the trenches, fighting the good fight. Well, we all here in the trenches. You know what I mean? But like, you know, we also flying up in the sky, baby. Simultaneously. Swoosh, swoosh. And them dickheads all look like ants from here. And ain't nothing to fear. Shouts out Bleat Llama. Bam! Just dropped 5 subs on the chat like a butterfingered watchmaker. Brr, 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 brr. Appreciate you. Shouts out to everyone in the Sports Meaning Wave, without whom we wouldn't exist. I wouldn't be able to be staying up till 8 a.m. making 4 albums in 4 weeks. Finishing 4 albums in 4 weeks, I should say. I made the Christmas album in, I believe it was maybe 8 or 9 days, working all day and all night. That was a difficult album in that I was doing a bunch of weird new stuff musically, which I pretty much always do. I mean, I do always do. In that case, it was, and I say this, you know, it's important to have 1 foot in order and 1 foot in chaos. That's where the zone is. That's where magic happens, which means that you need to be very competent in an aspect of it, but you need to have introduced something that you don't know what you're doing, where that's the chaos comes in. And I'd introduced some stuff in that Christmas album, which made it difficult, and that was good because some very, very magical things came out in that Christmas album. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, the support, without which. So thank you all to support Meaning Wave. If you get value from the music and would like to support our endeavors, go to meaningwave.com. You can currently get digital download bundles at an incredible 75% off of what they would cost if you bought them on Bandcamp. This is useful because if the internet goes down, you can't stream, can you? Simultaneously, if Spotify suddenly goes bankrupt, you'd be fucked. But you're not fucked if you have your digital bundles, and you're also not fucked if you have your vinyl. And we do also have vinyl currently available. If you've been at the store lately, you will know that some things are not there. There's no clothes anymore. Where are all the clothes, you may go? Well, they're not there. The company we were using committed Harry Carey and no longer is viable. They were fucking up too much. They were letting people down. No good. We had to pull the plug on that. And we've been looking for other solutions, and we've been trying out other people, and we've been getting lots of samples ordered. The house is currently full of clothes. We've been trying out different things to make, because it's very important that it's good quality. And you'll be happy to know we found a solution. None of the old stuff is coming back. It's all new because it's done in a new way, and so on and so forth. But we've got some amazing new designs on the way for you, and you can look out for that. In the meanwhile, you can get vinyl. There's the Path vinyl, the Get Some vinyl, Meditations vinyl, Meditation CD. I believe there's like 15 of those left. Volume 2, similar. Dunewave, Digipack, various vinyl and things you can get. And you can get the digital bundles. You can also get some posters. There's posters on there. A lot of people have been enjoying the posters and beautifying their home with the posters. And of course, you can also make a donation if you so wish. If you want to send us a Bitcoin, you can send us a Bitcoin. We have an address for that. If you want to send us a fraction of a Bitcoin in Lightning, you can do that. And there's also the other places where you can support what we do here at Meaning Wave. Spotify's 0.003 might work if you're Sabrina Carpenter and Satanist weirdos have convinced 70% of NPC children to spend their time listening to your weird shit. However, that shit don't fly here, and we therefore appreciate you. We'll be back There will be more streaming occurring. Did I answer all the messages? Let me just quickly check. Oh, Castle has lots of questions. Castle said, I love lo-fi beats you made. Like, don't worry. I wonder if I don't, yeah, it's good. It's a good point. I don't necessarily be categorizing my stuff in genre when I'm making it. I just sort of make what feels right at the time. However, you feel like sort of more chill stuff. If I was being technical, I would think of Don't Worry as being kind of like mid to late 90s instrumental underground hip hop flavored stuff. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, the more chill stuff, there's a lot of that. I say that a lot of the recent Scott Adams stuff falls into that category. I would say that the stuff on the Earl Nightingale records, I put out 2 Earl Nightingale albums this year. I would say that falls into that category. But also, if you go to my Spotify, this is a way of discovering some of this stuff. In the playlist section, I have a lot of playlists, and I have instrumental playlists, and I also have playlists where I've put the instrumental versions into subcategories of instrumental hip-hop, lo-fi-esque hip-hop, trap, etc. So you can actually delve in via that way to find stuff. You also might want to visit the Discord. The link is in the description of here, and it's in the Linktree Akira the Don. You can find the Discord and chat with people in there who will be very happy to help you out. People be very, there's some absolute MEANINGWAVE authorities who will be able to point you in exactly the right directions, and people make playlists in there. And there's also, like I said, a lot of good memes. Jazz Spurster says, now my MEANINGWAVE TV shirt is a collector's item. Yes, it is. They all are. They all are. They're all collector's items now. And I warned you, and I warned you before that would happen. I warned you. Bungie Animator says, the hair. What happened to the era of the moulet? It will be back. I reboot. If you notice, long-time Akira the Don enjoyers will know that once every sort of generational season, I don't know how you would define it, I bick my head and then it grows back again, and then I bick it and then it grows back again. The last time this happened was when I was coming towards the end of my London period. Yeah, so make of that what you will. Sway says Goonbait. I don't know why he said that. What a strange thing to say in the chat. That is. I love looking at the chat and having zero context for what people are talking about and seeing random shit like that. Shouts out Sway. Shouts out Amanda says, I'm almost a MEANINGWAVE 2-year-old. I'm a toddler. She's been a member for 23 months at level 3. Thank you, Amanda. You're great. We love you. Shout out to everyone. Thank you everyone who supported the stream. Thanks to everyone who sent super chats and made it rain green. And we'll be back soon. I've got lots of new music to play you. I might do one of them Friday night throwdowns where we see if we can get booted off of YouTube. Who would like that? Who would like a Friday night party? I'll consider a Friday night party. Wifey and Herco are about to launch. The plane is delayed some more, but they're sat on it. That's exciting. Yeah. Oh, Sabrina Carpenter is Goonbait. No, nobody's attracted to... Like, that whole thing is engineered towards manipulating female children. And maybe gay guys, but like straight guys are not attracted to Sabrina Carpenter. That's not what that whole operation is for. That's a different op entirely. If you're a male and you're into that whole thing, you might want to question a whole bunch of things. Like, there's a whole area of consideration you might want to go down. But I think the easiest thing to do would just be to go to church. You know? And on that bombshell, it's time to get out of Nya. Free consciousness. She's also a child. I have no idea how old she is, but I do believe that she came from the child labor camps the same child labor camps that they put them all through. And the whole thing is very dark, and I don't have much to do with it, frankly. But I stay aware of cultural occurrences. It is important I don't know if it's important. For me, I find it useful to stay abreast of certain aspects of what's going on in the culture, so that I may counteract it with righteousness, And speaking of righteousness, I'm trying to find this song. There it is. There it is. The perfect song to end. We're going to go out like we came in, with righteousness and a great message from a leper king. This is the final track on MEANINGWAVE Masterpieces. I just realized. The final track on MEANINGWAVE Masterpieces 6. This is a song called Man Can Move Himself, open brackets, Kingdom of Heaven, close brackets. And this is one of my favorite songs.
The whole world is in chess. Any move can be the death of you. Do anything except remain where you started, and you cannot be sure of your end. Were you sure of your end once?
I was.
What was it?
To be buried 100 yards from where I was born. Akira.
And now?
Now I sit in Jerusalem and look upon a king.
When I was 16, I won a great victory. I felt in that moment I would live to be 100. Now I know I shall not see 30. None of us know our end, really, or what hand will guide us there. A king may move a man. A father may claim a son. That man can also move himself. And only then does that man truly begin his own game. Man can move himself. And only then does that man truly begin his own game.
Man can move himself.
Only then does man. Hey! Man can move himself. Does man truly begin his own game? Man can move himself. Only then does man begin his own game. Man can move himself. Only then does man truly begin his own game.
Remember that howsoever you are plagued, or by whom, your soul is in your keeping alone. Even though those who presume to plague you be kings or men of power. When you stand before God, you cannot say, but I was told by others to do thus, or that virtue was not convenient at the time. This will not suffice. Remember that. Remember that. Remember that.
Man can move himself.
Only then does man begin his own game. Man can move himself. Only then does man truly begin his own game. Man can move himself. Only then does man begin his own game. Man can move himself. Only then does man truly begin his own game. Remember that! Remember that! Truly begin his own game. Only then does man truly begin his own game. Yeah, yeah, yeah! Thank you for being here, brothers and sisters. If you want to support MEANINGWAVE, go to MEANINGWAVE.com. There's donation links, download bundles, and other such stuff. Catch me around. If you want them carousels and ting, we post them on YouTube. We post behind the scenes stuff and memes and things on Instagram and general rabbling gibberish on X. Screeds of righteousness as well as that. We'll be back with the stream maybe on Friday. We'll see how we're feeling. I believe people in the chat are organizing to go watch Kingdom of Heaven together in the Discord. That sounds wonderful. It's a banger. It gets better every time I watch it. Got to say, all right, baby. Thank you for being here. See you soon. Love to you and your family. Bye. 5. Ba 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 ba.